Good evening, team, and welcome to our Monday night show here on the 40 Runs YouTube channel. How is everybody doing? We are live for the next 30 minutes, Mick, if you're listening. We will be talking tonight about all things. No, we're not. We're going to be talking briefly about the Adidas Boston 13 because I found what looks to be a pretty good image of it. So we're going to go through that in just a bit. And we're going to be answering your questions and talking about all that sort of stuff. Mick's just come in already and said that there's a 45-minute catch-up on shoes and training tips. So 45 minutes from Mick. I'm going for 30 minutes. So let's see. But yes, welcome everybody to our Monday night show. If you didn't know, my name is Chris Ford. I'm a running coach. And when I'm not doing coaching stuff, we're making YouTube videos, doing live streams and all that sort of thing. So busy kind of week on the channel coming up. We've got a couple of videos, good videos actually this week. We've got on Tuesday a video that you guys requested, which was a video about marathon running shoes for anybody who sort of runs over 4 hours. So I've got 4 shoes for people who run over 4 hours, which I thought was pretty awesome, or looking to run their first marathon. So that's worth checking out. And then on Thursday, we've got a video about shoes I'm looking forward to in 2025, which is, again, quite a good one to do. We should have the Under Armour video out as well on Saturday. For anybody who's waiting and asking for that one, they've got Under Armour. Oh, Velocity. I wish I had that tea just for come on. By the way, if anyone wants to buy this table behind me, message my wife. She's decided to put that in the office until she sells it. Drive me up the wall. Does anybody else's other half do that? Just like takes over your space. Drives me up the wall. Anyway, so this is our Monday show, and it's recorded live. I want all of you who are joining me to get your questions and comments into the live chat. If you're listening to this as a podcast, thanks a lot for taking us out with us, with you on your run, even. So as I said, I'll be here for the next 30 minutes. We are live again on Friday, by the way, if anybody is around. So we are back live on Friday. I've got to give a shout out as well. If you haven't checked it out, have a look at the group coaching. If you've got a spring marathon or half marathon and you want some help, get involved with our spring coaching. It's 50 quid. You get a training plan, you get some assistance, you get into a private group, that sort of thing. So I definitely recommend checking that out. If you're in the UK, this Wednesday, we're heading to London, a load of us, to run around London, which is pretty cool. I've just got to interrupt myself. Look at this. Good evening, all. Where's that? Look. This is nuts. Watching and listening from Trinidad and Tobago. That's unbelievable. That's made my night. Thank you very much. I love that. But yeah, so we're going for a Christmas run on Wednesday in the capital. So that's going to be pretty awesome. So again, anybody joining us a little bit later, 3 minutes into the show, make sure you get your questions and comments in, and we'll start to run through them slowly but surely. But we will get on to the Boston 13 in just a second. Did anybody see all the stuff coming out of the running event, which is the big sort of shoe event that happens in Texas? Was there anything that sort of pricked your ears? Let me know in the comments and we'll discuss them. I have to say, I do want to, I'm going to get in so much trouble. There's one brand that drives me nuts at the moment at the TRE, and that's Mizuno. They do this secret shoe, yeah, but now they do 4 of them. Why not just show what they are? I just think it's just marketing nonsense. They do 4 secret shoes. If they're that secret, why show people? Just show the people what they are. Maybe have one, yeah. But they do that. And I kind of like that on the like the zebra look and that lot. But just nobody cares. Just tell us what it is. That drives me nuts. 4 secret shoes. Most pointless bit of marketing ever. And actually, to be fair, out of TRE, there was a lot of shoes under embargo. And I might show some of the stuff that we can show next week on the Skechers stuff. But and let me know in the comments if you do want to see that. But there's a lot of stuff, as I understand it, there was a lot of shoes that couldn't be shown and will be released over the course of the year. The Forever Run 2 looks quite good from Puma. But let's say, where's that? So as I was scrolling through the internet, it's amazing what you can look at this from Queensland. But yeah, so Boston 13. I picked this up because you guys keep going on about the Boston 13. Now, this is a shoe that's going to be coming middle next year. Yeah. And I don't know how accurate this information is. I'm just putting this out there. Yeah, this is the first. I grabbed it because it's the first image I've seen. So here it is. What strikes me most about this this version, Boston 13, is the increased amount of Light Strike Pro running through the shoe. Now, if you believe everything that you read, which you shouldn't, this is the same Light Strike Pro, which is in the Evo SL. But I don't know that at all for certain. Now, if you look at the design of that and compare that to obviously the current model, there's a lot less light strike on that version. The upper looks similar-ish. Again, I don't know if this is an accurate image, okay? And according to this, which if you believe what this is written, it's actually reduced in stack because the current model is 38 mil. 37, some people 38 mil. So it's, according to this, it's dropped a millimeter. So again, I'm not 100% sure how accurate this actually is. But if we take it at face value, the thing that strikes me more than anything else is the increased amount of Light Strike Pro in that. If you think about the current model, there's a fair amount of Light Strike, let's call it 2.0 in that shoe, which gives it that sort of chassis, that firmer feel. And then you've got the Light Strike Pro that sits on top of that. This looks a lot more Light Strike Pro biased. And like I said, if you believe everything you read, then it's the same stuff that's in the Evo SL. There's obviously a decent clump of the firmer Light Strike in the heel, if you see that down the back. But that's obviously going to help in terms of stability as well. But that's going to make the heel quite firm. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. There's the first look of the Boston 13. I say it's an unofficial image, but let me know what you think about that. Okay, right. So here we go. Let's dive into the questions. Again, get me your I wish I had that too. Get me your questions and comments in the chat, and we shall work our way through. Okie dokie. Right. But Mick, like I said, so I'm just gonna say good evening to everybody. Thank you, Gary. He's in Alicante Airport. Brilliant. Graham, they're all coming back. There was a load of 40 runs out in Benidorm, if you didn't know. Good. Watching while walking the dog. David, so look forward to the biscuit review video. We could do that. Okay. Oh, big house. All right, son. nice to have an influencer in the house. Proper good old-fashioned influencer. Who, by the way, Alex, you look like you've done a load more weight. I'll just put that out there, big boy. Right, so what's this? Hi, Fordy. Just got back from Bradford Satellite, looking for a daily train, looking at the Velocity Nitro 3 or the Ride 17 in a rotation with the Speed 4s and Super Blast 1. So we've got we've got Super Trainer in terms of the Speed 4, and we've got the Super Blast 1. I would be personally looking something in there. Nova Blast 5, dare I say it. Nitro 3, Ride 17. I think the Nova Blast 5 trumps both of those. The shoe comes on sale December the 1st, so not too long to wait. I think that trumps both of those. So that's a good shout. Oh, the Matt Nash question is in. If you're new around here, again, thanks to everybody who's joined us live. Get your questions, get your comments in. Coaching questions, running shoes you want to talk about. I want your thoughts on the running event, the shoes that came out. Any stuff, you want to talk about in terms of coaching and all that kind of thing, right? Get them in the comments, get them in the chat, and we'll go through that. But if you're new here, we record this live, and Matt Nash gives us a question every week that's usually pretty sensible. David Turner gives us a question about biscuits. Matt Nash gives us a question that we all want to listen to. And if you missed the Boston 13, I'll come back to it a bit later. Matt, in your opinion, what running shoe brand has made the most progress in 2024 and why? I'm going to say Brooks. I think Brooks this year was a transitional year for them. I knew it was coming. I think I flagged it early doors after giving them a real hammering for years. I did say, I think you can go back and you can go over the stuff I was saying that they were due a change. I think the trajectory they're on, they've got Piba foam coming, DNA Gold's coming. The Hyperion Max 3 looks unbelievable. I was lucky enough to be told about quite a few of these shoes, obviously because of the relationship with Brooks on the club side. So I've spent some time with some of the team. So they've been sort of teasing me stuff. But yeah, I would say Brooks. I think they've really made a transition from those boring shoes that were stuck in 1987 to making shoes that are desirable, to making shoes that people even want to run marathons in. I saw people running Yorkshire Marathon. You saw Casey Neistat run a sub-3 at the New York City Marathon in a pair of Brooks. I think that says it all. So, yeah, I think I would say Brooks. I think Asics have had a good year. There's not really a bad shoe other than the Magic Speed on my part, but that's too firm for me. But Asics are struggling to make bad shoes at the moment. Puma have had a good year. Saucony, not a good year. Who else? Mizuno, not particularly good year. They need to stop all that mystery shoe nonsense. Still angry about that. Who else has had a good year? I think, to be fair, I think most of them have had a good year, really. They're making really good shoes. Everybody is. The only thing that concerns me is that some of the avenues that they're going, chasing this younger audience and doing all this sort of stuff. That upsets me a little bit, moving away from the ethos of the brand. But they need to grow, so they need to take action. As obviously running is so popular at the moment, they need to make the most of it. So fair enough, right? So again, if you're joining us, get your questions and comments in. Thank you, by the way, Matt, for that question. It's a good question. So yeah, I like that. Right. So Richard, sorry, Lee, I saw you earlier. So Richard, I have signed up for my first half marathon next May. I currently have a pair of Speed 4, Saucony Dolphin Speed 4s, which I love. Can I do all my training in these, or would you recommend something else for long runs and race day? You can 100% do all your training in that shoe. It's such a phenomenal shoe, the Saucony Dolphin Speed 4, that I think it's a complete package in terms of being able to do everything, especially for marathon training. Maybe get a second pair of them. That could be an idea, but it really is a cracking shoe to do all your training. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, you could slot something else in there. Maybe you put a race day shoe, but if it's the first marathon you want to get round, why not just get another pair of Speed 4s? Save the money. You're going to pick them up cheap this week on Black Friday. It's probably a good shout, right? So, yeah. But anyway, good luck. Let us know how you're getting on with your training. Keep us posted. If you've got any training questions, give me a shout. Alex, any update on the York 40 Runs group? It's coming soon. You'll have to speak to Hayden. He's in charge of the club. Philip, for shorter runs, for shorter speed efforts, Hoka Rocket X2. I'd be interested to see if there's a Rocket X3 this year, by the way, or Saucony Speed 4, or even a non-plated like a Hyperion 2. Max 6, Noosa Tri, Convara. Personally, for shorter, speedier efforts, I would go the Hyperion 2 out of those shoes that you mentioned there. Don't get me wrong, the Rocket X2 is a fantastic shoe. But I think the Hyperion 2 is a great shoe. Hyperion 3 looks great, by the way. But Hyperion 2 will do you just fine. So, yeah, Max 6 is a good shout as well. But, yeah, out of those shoes, I'd go non-plated and I'd go Hyperion 2. That's what I would go for. And you'd probably pick them up cheap as well. I think Hyperion 3 comes in July. Love this. Queensland. What a hero. Daniel Parker, read the running event. Lots being said about Saucony and what is clearly the Convara being renamed. Yeah, Daniel, if you didn't know, we spoke about this on the live stream a couple of weeks ago. I flagged up that the Convara Convara Pro was going to die off and the Endorphin trainer take over. We did a bit about that. And then we have the worst name of any foams ever into a shoe in Credit Run. I mean, it's just stupid. Whoever thought that, just stupid. Anyway, whatever happens, that foam is good, and it's a brilliant foam in the Elite 2. And I think that shoe is one to watch out for, actually, the Saucony Endorphin train. I think that's going to be an absolute cracker of a shoe. So let's see. Still got the 3/4 plate in there, teardrop plate in the Saucony Endorphin train. It's definitely worth looking out for when that does drop. So I think Saucony have got some good shoes coming this year after having I would say, a pretty dismal year this year. So let's see what happens. But thanks very much, Daniel, for joining us. So thanks to everybody for joining us on the live stream tonight. I really appreciate it. Get your questions and comments in as we work our way through them. What shoe is going to have us dribbling all next year? I'm really looking forward to the Hyperion Max 3. I think the 2 layers of foam in there. I think the stuff from like the Sonic Blast and some of the ASIC shoes, I think are going to be good. You've got a lot of stuff, I think, still to come from Adidas that's under embargo. But I think for me, I think the one that I'm most interested in is the Hyperion Max 3. Increase the stack, 2 layers of foam in there. You've got the DNA Gold with the DNA Flash, I think. Yeah, DNA Flash, obviously, because the current model's got it. But they've increased the stack. I think that's going to be a fantastic shoe. So let's see. But I think that would be a good one. Gary, when does the new training block start for Thursday evenings? You have to, soon, speak to David. Drop David a line. He'll let you know. John Dixon, evening, Chris. This has become a regular fixture for me. Just buzzing. I finally caught you live and not 10 minutes in. Oh, thanks very much for joining us, John. And thanks to everybody for joining us live. Really appreciate it. Monday night, hanging out with me. It's kind of awesome. Anyone want to buy that table? Get it out of my office. You can have it. Cut price. Do my head in. Just came in and it was there. Why would you do that? Drive me nuts. Evening, Alf. First live. Oh, there we go. He's answered your question. Matt Williams. What makes a shoe a treadmill shoe? I've heard you refer to some shoes as being perfect for running on the treadmill. Yeah, for me, a good treadmill shoe is something non-plated, light, sort of back to basics, if that makes any sense. So a little bit lower slung, nice toe off, a reasonably firmish foam, but still quite responsive. So like the Hyperion 2 is a good shoe for the treadmill. Something like that. Even, I mentioned it before, the Streak Fly from Nike, which is a terrible shoe to run on the road, but on a treadmill, it's not too bad. I think that's a great shoe. A great example is the Hyperion 2. Again, something lighter, something, breathable, but sort of old school, low slung killer. That makes sense, Matt? That's what I look for in a treadmill shoe. I don't want anything clumpy. I don't want anything loud. I don't want anything heavy. I don't want anything like it feels like a brick when I'm on there. I want something light, fast feeling, high turnover. That's what I'm looking for. Greg, evening. Tried on some Saucony Hurricane 24 yesterday. They felt good. Would you still recommend them even if I don't need a stability shoe? The Saucony Hurricane 24 is not a stability shoe. It's a what's the best way to describe it? It's a shoe that's inherently stable. It's not being built as a stability shoe, but it does. They've put stuff in it to make sure it is stable. Does that make any sense? So it's not gonna like iron out your pronation or anything like that, like a Kayano. But what they have done is that it's a high stack shoe with that. Although it's not the same, but like Power Run PB foam in it. But they've created it in like a chassis to help iron out the instability that could come. Yeah, that's what that is. It's a good shoe, and smooth. Gary's telling everyone to smash the like button. Make sure you do that. Get everyone to subscribe. We're trying to get to 22 million. Then I'm going to drop just like home truths on everybody. Right, JS11. Evening 40. Thank you for the content. No, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Are you feeling any more optimistic about the Endorphin Speed 5 after the info from the running event? Yeah, I do. I think half of that is to do with the colorway that it's coming in, and I think I'm excited about the Speed 5 because I think it's a great shoe for so many people. For the everyday runner, it's like we spoke, whoever's mentioned it earlier. If you've got a marathon, half marathon, it's one shoe that you can buy that will do it all. And I think that has to be applauded. Am I nervous? Yeah, I think they could have done lots with it, but Saucony are on a rotation in terms of how they update stuff. So it was never going to be a huge update. So let's see what happens. I mean, for me, it would have been awesome, right? Get this, that you have Power Run PB at the bottom, or Power Run Plus, and then Incredi Run. So the Endorphin Trainer, they've got the Incredi Run and the Power Run, right? So you've got the firm, but like do like a dual foam setup with a carbon plate instead of a TPU plate, something like that, something nuts. That's what I would have done. But that's me, and I haven't got Saucony's like budgets to worry about. But that's what I would have done. Here he is, big fella's in the house. So Alex is referring to the Boston 13 that I put up earlier. This is not an official picture. This is one I grabbed off the internet. But like I said earlier, the Boston 13 is coming middle of next year. This picture shows, if it's true, that it's got a lot more Light Strike Pro in it versus the current version. We still have Light Strike in the heel, Light Strike 2.0. And apparently, again, take it as pinch of salt, that's the same stuff that's in the SL, Evo SL, which has got a new another drop coming, I believe. So check that out. Chris. Thanks, guys, for tuning in, by the way. Hi, Fordy. I'm about to do a 10K on Sunday, run Heaton Park. Wanted your option on shoe for the race. Rebel 4, Nova Blast 4, SC Elite 4. I'm a heavy runner. Go with the SC Elite version 4. 100%. Fantastic shoe. Underrated. Yeah, there we go. Adams can confirm. He's just replying about the treadmill shoes. It's just confirming what I said, really. So Cassie, evening Cassie, looking for a new running shoe, training for my first half marathon in April, following a runner plan. Be careful on those runner plans. According to some of the feedback that I've seen on videos we've done, people are getting injured on those. I'm not saying everyone does, but just be careful. We prefer Cooper. Anyway, any recommendations? Currently at 5 to 8K distance with approximately 8 to 8:30 per kilometre. Looking for a new running shoe. So 8 to 8:30. I would be looking for something comfortable. I would go like Brooks Ghost Max 2, something like that. Something super, super comfortable that can just make the day sort of go by. Or Nova Blast 5. Good shout as well. Yeah, they're two great shoes. I would say Nova Blast 5 or the Brooks Ghost Max 2, which I think you'll be getting a bit cheaper on Black Friday. Get over the start finish, use the code 40 runs. Kinvara Pro is dead. Long live the endorphin trainer. 40, your best shoe for 2020. Actually, I have recorded a video about this, so you're going to have to wait. I have recorded a video about my favorite running shoe of 2024. We've got 8-10 minutes. See if you can guess what it is. I won't tell you, but see if you can guess what I've said in there. Do you take any supplements to help your running? I take like this. What's it called? It's like immune stuff. And I go through phases of whatever's hot on TikTok. But it's winter, so I'll be up in my stuff that I'm taking, just to try and fend off any nasty bugs. Next year, so TPEE foams next year. There we go. So yeah, that's what's the Incredi Run, I believe. That's what you're referring to. Charles, I'm not a fan of the Incredi Run name, but it's supposed to be very nice. Have you tried their foam? Yes, I have, Charles. Check out the channel. We've run several races in the Endorphin Elite 2. So definitely check out the videos that we've done. We've done a recent video on that as well. So definitely check that out on the Soccer Endorphin Elite 2. Valencia Marathons this weekend. Yes, so good luck to everybody who's running that. Hey, Fordy, is it beneficial to do zone 2 work in speed shoes like the Zoom Fly 6 if I can maintain a lower heart rate for the same effort? I mean, if you've got easy run shoes, if you've only got one pair of shoes, wear one pair of shoes. But if you've got easy run shoes, like comfortable stuff that you're trying to work on zone 2, yeah, wear them. Wear them. Save those other shoes for those faster days. And you're, balancing out the wear and tear. James Mitchell, evening 40. Recommendation to replace my easy run shoe. Currently using the Nike Invincible 3, which is a terrible shoe. But got to a point there just too heavy and too clunky. Easy run shoe. Brooks Glycerine Max. Excuse me. Yeah, Brooks Glycerine Max. Try that. That's a fantastic easy run shoe. Just plod about in them all day long. Super comfortable. Maybe try them. Brooks Glycerine Max. But I mean, they aren't light, but I think they won't feel. There we go. Look, manual. Look at this. Brooks Glycerine Max. Here we go. Can I keep on running with a jumper's knee, or should I take it easy until I'm completely okay? 6 months. I would speak to a physio. I'm not medically trained, which may surprise some of you. I'm not a doctor. I'm many things, but I'm not a doctor. Good luck either way. Let us know how you go. Gary, would the Puma Velocity Nitro 2 Deviate Nitro 2 be good for treadmill running? Yeah, I mean, anything's good. I mean, look, you can run on a treadmill with anything. You can run on it barefooted. Yeah, it's just how it's how it's how detailed and how dialed in you want to go. So it's like I was on the treadmill the other day in the Ghost Max 2. I mean, if you're doing a proper session, then I prefer to have something else on my feet on the treadmill. But even those shoes would be fine on the treadmill. But it's up to you. Up to you. Bondi 8 for beginners. I'd stay away from Hoka shoes. No, I'm joking. Bondi 8, it's all right. I mean, I don't really care for the Bondi. It's a walking shoe. I think in terms of beginners, you're better off going in a Brooks Ghost Max. It would be much not beneficial, but much better. You get the width options and all that sort of stuff in it. I just think the Bondi 8 is more sort of biased towards walking. I think that's the thing. So yeah, check that out. Check out, an older pair, an older model of a Puma Magnify 2. You can pick them up for 65 quid at Start Fitness. Absolutely brilliant shoe for that money, and you get much more value than that. Okay. Lou, am I the only one who actually loves the name Incredible? I think you are. I think you are the only person. Ashley, evening Ashley. I was going to get either the Velocity 3 or Ride 7 because I can get a good Black Friday deal. I'd go Velocity 3. Watch out though, they're narrow. But I'd go Puma. Definitely. John Dixon, really looking forward to the Hyperion Elite PB. Yep. I will tell you more when I can tell you some stuff about that. We know it's got and I think I flagged it already like earlier on in the year that there's a PIBA foam coming in that. But we're doing some stuff around it. So I'll let you know when I can tell you about that. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. But not looking forward to that. Not sure I'm looking why the 5. Yeah, the 5's coming. Maybe you're put off by the bubble look in the 5. Yes, I'm with you on this, John. So John's saying that he's looking forward or he's interested in the Vomero, the new Vomero, if you didn't see. So Nike have changed things up. We've got like 3 lines now. Got Pegasus, Vomero, Structure, and then within that you've got like the sort of original OG, and then you've got like Max, and then you've got like a premium versions of that. So three iterations in each sort of silo. But the new Vomero, I think, looks great. My only worry is it's heavy, but let's see. I'm really looking forward to that shoe. Really looking forward to it. Yeah, there you go, Charles. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the new Vomero. I think Nike are really trying to come back. You're loving the Bados, Fox. I was expecting a very soft foam based on reviews, but I find the foam having the perfect balance between. Yeah, best shoe for me long runs. Yeah, okay. I was uninspired by the Balos. I was expecting a lot more from it. Much prefer the Super Blast 2 for me. Dan thinks Nike really has to up its game in daily trainers. It seems they might have. Yeah, I think they're trying. I don't think this is the 2025. I don't think is going to be the year of their best stuff, but I think they're on the right. They're on the right track. I like what they're doing, simplifying stuff, and trying different stuff. You've got to give them kudos for innovation. Yeah, with the like Pegasus Premium. Bring it up. That was it. Pegasus Plus is the other one, isn't it? Not Max. So yeah, I think it's good that they're in the right path. I like it. Like it a lot. Thomas. Oh, look at this. Morning from Australia. What are your thoughts on retiring an older super shoe and using? Yeah, Thomas, we did a video about this. About the Adidas Pro 3. I said that's going to be the super train of next year because I don't know about you, but I've used like old marathon race day shoes for training runs, and I think that's great. So they're definitely ones to put in your training, and you can save money instead of going out buying a super trainer. Stick your old race day shoes in, as long as they're not like ruined. Yeah, but definitely. You're welcome, Gary. Mick saying she saw somebody in flip flops. What's this? Falling my weight, 65 kilograms. What's that? In 10 stone. The Ride 17 and the Mizuno Skyrise for easy long runs. I'd go probably Saucony on those two. Yeah, I'd probably go there. There's some debate about the. What's this? Hang on. Vomero is a boat. 325 grams. There we go. That's what I said about the weight on the Nike Vomero 18. 325 grams in the sample size. They decreased the amount of Zoom X in the blend to keep the price down. I'm not surprised by that either. I'm not surprised, but that's the only thing, right, with Nike. They're so frustrating because they have good shoes, but some of them are just too heavy, and I don't understand why they make them so heavy. They almost build too much into the shoe, and it's really frustrating because they're onto something good with the Vomero 18. I think it looks great, but if it's too heavy, then that's in a sample size. So God only knows what it's going to be like higher up the scale. So that's disappointing, isn't it? Disappointing. But there we go. Okay, team. Any other questions before I go? Come on, Spurs. Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise. Yeah, good question about Puma. Let's see. The Forever Run 2 looks good, by the way, from Puma. I'm not sure they've changed the last and the stuff they make them on. So I'm not 100% convinced, but you never know. Until I try those shoes from Puma in 2025, I do not know. But they are all narrow at the moment, which is a bit of a disappointment because they've got some amazing shoes, but they're not fitting everybody that well. Okay, team, thank you very much for joining us tonight. A little shorter episode. Again, I'll just show you, if you just join us really late, there's the Boston, what we believe is the Boston 13, because that's how I've titled the video this week. So a lot of Light Strike Pro going in there versus the previous model, if this is to be believed. And I say Light Strike 2.0, less of that, but quite a bit in the heel. Upper seems to have been changed as well. So let's see. According to this data, but I don't think this is right, but it's actually dropped stack height as well coming middle of the year. So let's see if that's true. But yes, that's it from me, guys. Again, I'm back on a Friday with the team. I don't know what we're talking about, but we will talk about something as always. So make sure you join that. If you're coming to London on Wednesday, I shall see you all there. We've got the London Run. We're running around the streets of London, which is going to be pretty awesome. So that's great. Thank you to every single person who's tuned in live tonight. Loads of you tonight. So that's just amazing. Thank you very much. If you are watching this back, make sure you've subscribed, please. 22 million we're trying to get to, which is realistic. So make sure you do subscribe. And if you're listening to this as a podcast, thank you very much. Tell everybody about this podcast because we don't want to do any advertising because we can't be bothered. Okay, team, I shall catch you all next week. I'll be back next week, Monday, 8 o'clock. Get your questions ready. And as I said, I might show you, Wednesday in London, we're at the Skechers store. Next week, I might show you some of the Skechers shoes that are coming. I'll have a look, see what we can and can't show you. So, yep, there we go. At the Skechers store, Fox, book on. We need you to book on because there's a lot of people coming. So please go to our website, fordyruns.com. You can see it under Shakeout Runs and things like that. Okay, team, I shall see you all later.